Hey guys, how's it going? Well, I'm in the process of getting things ready for my next video, but let me show you what I got going on. Things are looking a little bit different around here. I painted the floors, I insulated the garage door. It should help with some of the sound quality. It should be a lot nicer in here to record. I even made some signs. So I made this sign, I made this one, and it sits right in my toolbox. So keep a lookout, guys. Now that I have 500 subs, I'm gonna be coming out with products like this. All this I have made myself, and it's gonna be available on YouTube. So keep an eye out for that, and it's gonna be coming out very soon. So as I'm getting things ready, let me show you this clip of Chris's G35 and everything we've done so far.
So I started by removing the wheels and slapping on a set of wheels that I had laying around. I figured it was a good idea to leave the car mobile just in case I needed to move it for whatever reason. So in order to get some paint to stick on these wheels, the first thing I decided to do was clean them. I scrubbed them with some degreaser and I tried to remove as much of the oil and grease that it had accumulated. So here you can see me scuffing up the wheels, and I simply just taped around everywhere I didn't want paint. For paint, I'm just using regular Rust-Oleum paint, and it turned out to be okay for this job. Later on, we plan on sandblasting and powder coating the wheels, but for now, we just need them to look better than what they looked like before. Once I had his wheels painted, I started working on the wiring harness for his radio system. The head unit on the vehicle was the original one and definitely benefited from some updating. I also did some tuning on the exhaust. This was a must. Ever since he started running the test pipes in the vehicle, the exhaust tone was too loud and too raspy, so we decided to put a MagnaFlow X-pipe in between where the resignators sit on this aftermarket eBay exhaust. Here you can see me making some clamps to hold everything down once I start cutting away the exhaust pipe. Since I'm not welding it underneath the vehicle, I'm going to be welding it out of the vehicle. I don't want anything to move out of place, so I created these clamps. We shopped around for the right X-pipe for a while, and we came across these MagnaFlow ones. And to our surprise, it fits perfectly. So if you're looking to fine-tune the tone on your exhaust, this is a great option. I will leave the link below just in case you guys are interested. So here I'm using the angle grinder to cut away the exhaust, and I flipped it around so I could get all the way around. And then I finished it off with the saw to cut away the areas I couldn't reach. Then it was time to start welding. I'm using my Hobart MIG gasless welder. I've had this little welder for a while, probably ever since 2008, and the fact that it has a gasless flux core spool in there makes it so you could get the job done. It's not the best. You have to continue to tack and clean the whole time. See, on a gas welder, it would shield the wire and you don't have to sit there and scrub every time you weld, but in this situation, it got the job done. I started with just doing little tacks, and then I started doing longer passes once I built up a little bit more material. I adapted this strategy because if I was to just do a single pass, it simply wouldn't work. It would just open up and it would melt through the exhaust, and I would end up with a big hole. So because of the strategy I had to adapt, a 45-minute job turned into a 2-hour job. Once I had one half welded on, I went ahead and moved to the front part. And here you can see me, I'm making sure everything's nice and flush and grind it down. And then it was time to tack, and then weld everything around, just like I was explaining. Overall, making the jig for this exhaust made the process a lot easier. Usually I would lay on the floor and tack everything and then remove the exhaust and weld it all the way around. And here you can see everything's welded and ready to be installed. So we did exactly that. And I have to say, from doing this many years and working on my back, on the floor, in the garage, anywhere, it sure is nice having some help. So this is what it looks like installed. And it looks like it's gonna clear everything. So I installed this little silicone mat that you see right here, and I put it right where the differential hits the exhaust to eliminate any rattling. And this is good for 400 degrees. So he shouldn't have any problems with it melting. Overall, I'm very happy in how everything came together and it fits well. And usually you run into complications when you do things like this, but in this case, we had none.
All right, we're gonna go for a little cruise. This is the stereo that we installed. We had to replace this whole shebang here for it to work. So if you're doing an aftermarket radio, keep that in mind. In the G35, you have to replace this whole thing. The AC panel part won't work. So yeah, let's go hear the exhaust. We're just gonna do some cruising and listening. Get on it a little. Man, that sounds good.
So X-pipe is the way to go on these VQs. X-pipe muffler.
Nice, Tom. Nice. No more trumpet. Trumpet's gone.
I think we just turned this G35 into a Porsche.
Sounds great, man.
GT3 RS? Who needs a GT3 RS when you buy a G35? Put a MagnaFlow X-pipe.
You know what? I still need one. All right, so we are getting all the cars ready for the car show. We got Chris taking off the old tent, trying to make it look better. Can you make it look better?
Maybe.
We gotta wash this guy. And I just did the wheels on here. Lots and lots of work. Check out how the wheels came out. That's right, we're not hiding anything, they're reps. How's it coming along? Bro, do you know what you're doing?
No, not really.
All right. So in the middle of prepping for the other video, like I was saying, we got a shipment from Z1 for the G37. And let me show you what I just got. I ordered a coolant reservoir. This coolant reservoir is important for the G37 because when I swapped the engine out and I actually put a 370Z engine in it. They're the same, but the 370Z engine that I put in is a 2013, and in 2012, they changed out the coolant reservoir. I have the old style coolant reservoir for the G37. It's not compatible with the engine. There's an extra hose that connects here to the bottom, and it's a pressurized tank. So hopefully this fits right in. It probably won't. I will probably have to modify it, and that's for another video I'm currently working on as well. So there's a lot going on right now, all at once. I'm trying to record everything and get it out to you as soon as possible. But I'm only one person doing everything, recording, doing all the work, editing. So as soon as I get it done, you will be seeing it. Thank you for stopping by, and I hope you enjoy, and keep subscribing. I really appreciate it. 500 so far. We're doing good.